And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Come on, set. Score, Sean. Let's go. Right. Tight defense. Black shot. Snap. Red.
Lance going to put it up right away.
And it's complete to Mitchell.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The Lance going to throw.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 39 yards there, a big one.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first down, Lance
rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. Again, it's Lance.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, we know he can run the football, too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Then he will have 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Lance. Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And his kick here is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Touchdown, Eagles! Jahmyr Gibbs, 43 yards. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that and raise it a touchdown. That makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's Lance to throw it. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Come on, set. 6, Madden. Guard red.
Now Lance. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, they end up losing a full 9 yards here on the set. Now it's 3rd down.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Matthews here on the end around. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the counter, Mitchell.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him on the line. This would be a loss of 3. And now a much tougher 3rd down movement.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there with the drawback free. And it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts. That's taken in by Palmer.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
But 1st down, Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Palmer.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Hurts changing up the play. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Damone Clark, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Motion man is Schwartz. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. On the move past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. A quick throw there is
is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds left.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. He'll take this deep in his own territory. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play,
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Matthews. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
And throwing on third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running out to the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here.
Hurts fumbles it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Hurts looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now Hurts going to move him around.
Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not a...
Oh, poor decision there. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Motion man is Schwartz. They'll run with Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott did have the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Lance looking to throw it.
Being chased out left. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Partner just a second roll, and they might have had him because they sort of throws in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lance going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
on 1st and 10. Here's Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Working from the gun, Lance.
Open target, here's Matthews. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Come on, back.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and a couple. Right back to Mitchell here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Smack, grab. Red, yellow.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The decision to take and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time here. Lance. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Mitchell will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Now 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Let's get out of here with a win. Keep rolling, boys. Keep rolling. 63.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's again complete to Palmer. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught by Meredith right side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jameer Gibbs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now, the NFC Championship game, as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good with the PAT. Gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
He hung in there, went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Here's Lance to throw it. Dancing to his left. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
On first down, Lance. The open man is Clark, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. From the gun, it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here's Lance. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Lance, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Cowboys 23.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, moving on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.